8th lesson, part 7. We're still on the golf course at St Andrews. Well, I say St Andrews, we're in the GC2 simulator in Milton Keynes, but it feels as good. So this is the 15th hole. We're into wind. Now the sneaky thing about playing a links course is you get a tidal change. So there are 9 holes out and 9 holes back. So you can play out into the wind, tough, then the tide changes, tide turns, and the wind changes, and you find yourself playing back to the clubhouse, and you've got 18 holes into the wind. But let's just suppose on a relatively calm day, it's slightly into you going out and slightly with you. So what I want to show you in this section is how to deal with shots into the wind and downwind. So, I'm going to hit you a low shot. This is the 15th, there is out of bounds right here. Now, if I tee the ball down too much, the ball's going to balloon on me. So I don't mind having a relatively high tee peg, but I'm going to play this shot with no wrist hinge, and I'm going to hit it as hard as I can, but I'm not going to allow my wrists. It's going to be very quiet. Okay? So I'm looking for a ball that comes out flat with not too much spin, and the thing is, if I play it in this way, the ball is going to release on the bounce and run. Okay, and I'm imagining a shallow angle of attack. I do not want to be steep because the ball will come up on me. Okay, so I've teed the ball up a little bit, half the ball above the club face, and I'm going to play the shot with no wrist hinge, and it will feel like beating it. In the old days, I used to put carpets on the washing line. I used to knock the dust out of the carpet, so I would call this my carpet beating swing. I'm just driving the shaft against the carpet. So this is into the wind at St Andrews, no wrist hinge, just beating the carpet. Okay, now you can see how low the ball flew. It pitched at 200, and look at it run. So literally, by teeing it up and hitting it with no wrist hinge, the ball had a shallow angle of attack, and you can see from the vapor trail the ball has scampered. So let me show you that again. Don't tee the ball down. Have half the ball above the club face. Okay? You're playing the shot with no wrist hinge. That's a forward driver, you're just taking the wrist hinge out. If you take the wrist hinge out, you get a shallow angle of attack. Here we go. No wrist hinge. 2 very similar shots. Hit that even further through the air. Had a little bit of cut spin on it, so it went 265. If I'd got the draw spin, it'd have been 280. But a lot of that ball's journey was along the ground. So that's how you play the shot into the wind. And because the type of shot that it was low and penetrating with draw spin, I didn't really worry about out of bounds right, which you get on the 15th hole. So let's suppose we want a big shot and we've got a strong wind behind us. Okay, the wind's now behind us. Tee the ball up generously, 3/4 of the ball above the club face. We're going to hit a high slinger, and we're going to use the wind as our friend. So we're going to get the ball up, and we're going to get the ball moving from right to left. So I've teed the ball up, I've got 3/4 of the ball above the club face. I'm going to go around the circle just to close my stance a little bit, and I feel that my body's going this way. Now when I coil, when I get my body going this way, it gives me a great big flexibility because there's nothing that I can get a big coil going, and then I'm going to drive the ball, sling it into the air, and let the wind favour me. So here we go. Round the circle, lean a little bit back with the body angle, coil, and hit a slinger draw. Okay, so you can see the ball turning over. It's gone as far through the air as that, but I didn't get that much run. And to be honest, I didn't get as much sling on it as I wanted. So let's go again. It was okay, but probably cost me 30 yards. So here we go. Straightforward setup, round the corner a bit, lean back. Okay, let's hit this thing higher. So pleased with that one. Got the ball around 270 using the wind. Now there's no wind indoors, of course, but that shot did go much higher. You can see the ball flight, high slinging draw. There wasn't much spin on it, and the breeze carried the ball further up the golf course. So when you go into the wind, tee the ball up not too much, hit it flat with no wrist hinge. When you want to go downwind, hit a high shot, tee the ball up, lean back a little bit, feel as though you're catching the ball in the up, and get a slinger going. Quite simple once you know how to do it. Like anything, you've got to go and practice it, because if you can't do it on the practice ground, you can't take it to the course.